The state decided what was produced, where it was produced, and when it was produced, very much like a totalitarian control. The key feature of the plans was setting of production and output targets, which industrial enterprises had to achieve. The targets and goals were backed up by law, so if not reached, it could have been treated as a criminal offense. The four major commissariats by 1934 were heavy industry, light industry, timber, and food. The first 5-year plan went from October 1928 to December 1932. In April 1929, two versions of the plan emerged, a basic and a much higher optimum option. The main goals went to improve heavy industry, coal, oil, iron, steel, electricity, cement, metals, and timber. 1,500 new enterprises opened, though materials were in short supply and intense competition to get a hold of them was around. Desperate times called for desperate measures, and managers made illegal deals in desperation to get the supplies. The railways were not able to cope with what they were expected to transport, and in some parts of the economy there was underproduction because basic factories were held up by shortages of materials. In others there was overproduction as factories rushed to exceed their targets. Lots of wastage occurred during these times. Foreign participation was very popular as well, including foreign company-sent specialists, engineers, skilled workers, and foreign resources that were sent as well. The second plan ran from January 1933 to December 1937. The goals were to improve communications around Russia and to consolidate it. Party leaders were ready to acknowledge the problems that had resulted from the breakneck speed of industrialization from 1929 to 1932. The People's Commissariats gave specific targets for the enterprises under their control as well as estimates of costs, labor, and prices. New training schemes encouraged workers to learn skills and master specific techniques. Successfully, the electricity expanded well, and heavy industries benefited from the plants that were set up during the first plan. The third and final 5-year plan lasted from January 1938 to June 1941. It only lasted a total of 3.5 years due to the USSR's entry in the First World War. Defense and armaments grew rapidly as most of the raw materials were dedicated to constructing them, and the plans started to fail at the beginning of 1938 as materials went towards war goals and they had a hard winter to add on to that. All production failed to meet requirements, leading to a fuel crisis, and factories ran short of raw materials. By the end of the third 5-year plan, there was a chaotic state with shortages, waste, and a worsening economy.